Yo, what's going on, my fellow revelers? So I guess this is like the first episode coming back. So this is the Festy podcast. My name is Manny. I now go by Manifesting Life on Instagram. So I'm gonna just go with the name with Manifesting, and then that's just my tag, my handle. What my moniker, what people are calling me from now on. So that's different. That's something new, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about rebranding, and that's today's episode. As for everything that's been going on, I have been a little bit delayed. I did say like the other day on the last episode, I was like, this is the start of like every week, and it's just been hard. It's been really, really hard. Even right now, I'm like recording this podcast like on the go. I have a little bit of free time, so I was like, you know what? They deserve to know why I change the things that I think. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. So, I hope you guys really enjoy this episode. This episode is going to be just kind of talking about, really about like growth and about really like where you put yourself in this, like in certain companies and in honestly in your career path and in your life in general. So that's what I want to get talking to about. So if you guys aren't already following me, go ahead and follow me. We have the Festy podcast. That's on Instagram. We also have a TikTok. I don't post too much on TikTok though. And then I have Manifesting Life. That's my personal EDM page. That's where I post all like basically anything that's related about anything that I do. And that's Manifesting Life on Instagram, and that's Manifesting Life on TikTok, and then it's also Manifesting Life on YouTube. I haven't posted the last video on the YouTube channel due to the fact that I still have to like kind of like do the thumbnail, and I don't know why it's been taking me so long, but it's like it's one of those things where like I have multiple laptops for multiple occasions, and my EDM work laptop that's been at the house lately, and I'm constantly on the go. Right now I'm doing full-time school still. It's like half-time school now, but I'm doing like basically like just a lot of school, and then I moved like my medical job that I do. I'm doing it full time now for the summer because I did half-time school. So I really just don't want to like lose on any money or any education. And I'm really just trying to like better myself in every way possible. And I feel like sometimes like the time that I waste doing other things, it really puts me back. And it sucks because like I also feel like I need, those moments where I'm just bullshitting with my friends, those moments where I'm just like not doing shit, and I feel bad about it like the next day because like I really do say that I don't have much time, but I also feel like for like my mental health, that is like super important for me to also understand that like I need to just hang around with my friends. I need to like value them, and I need to show like time and space, in their circle as well, because remember, you're not always the main character, in everyone's stories. Sometimes they want to be the main character for today, and I'm like the side character, and I need to be there as a side character, showing them the love and support that they show me, as well. So that's just something like kind of like dwell on, and I've been really nurturing these friendships that I have, and I really love like how well I've nurtured some of these friendships. They've done really well, and I really love like hanging out with my friends, and I love like where it's gotten us, and I'm honestly very happy. I'm very happy right now. I'm very content, and I'm very grateful with everything that's just been happening. And it's crazy because like my family right now is like, not right now, but like always are like, when are you having kids? When are you getting married? First of all, I've been married. I'm divorced. So when they say that, it's like married like again, like you're crazy. I'm not getting married again. At least not anytime soon. It's not in the agenda. The only thing on my agenda right now is, furthering my career and really just being happy. I think that I've really dedicated time and attention to being happy, and that is deserving of its own right. And honestly, it's made me very grateful, to my friends, to myself, to time, to my presence, to this moment, to every moment. So it's been really cool. And that's like, I've been very, very happy lately, and I think that's what matters. And if you're constantly competing with yourself or with other people, just think about one thing is like at the end of the day, are you happy? And if you're not, change that. Whatever that is, change it. You don't need to dwell on other things. The answer is super simple. Yes or no. Are you happy? And if not, change it. Change something about it. And you cannot be happy trying to like compete with other people. Other people should not be in part of the equation. They shouldn't be a variable in the equation of whether or not you're happy. So, but we're kind of like getting off topic right now. I did want to just talk about a little bit about that because I know like I have like family and friends that like they worry about me and they're like, are you doing things that make you happy, and are you doing things for the right reasons? And then the people are like looking like always trying to like set me up with like matches with like, you should be dating this person, you should be dating that person. And honestly, like, if I wanted to date, I would date. I promise you. Like, I don't have a problem dating. I just do not have the time to date. And I would feel really bad if I went into a relationship, pretending that I was giving it 100% when I'm really just giving it 20% because I don't have the time nor the energy to even focus on anything else. And if I do have time to focus on anything else, I'll be focusing on my education. So I should be getting straight A's. If I'm not getting straight A's, I probably shouldn't be in a relationship. And that's just the bottom line. That's where I'm at right now. And I'm doing really good in school. Recently, I've raised up my GPA. I'm about to transfer over to UCF. So it's one of the colleges over at in Central Florida. It's in Orlando. So that's my goal right now. I'm gonna be going over there. Hopefully for the fall semester. If I don't, then it's gonna have to be for the winter semester. But I've kind of completed way too many classes at community college. I think I have like 170 classes or something, or 170 units. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. It's a lot, and I already have a degree. So I'm like trying to get my my second one, and my third one, and my fourth one. My goal is to get my master's in event management and planning. I do want to host a festival one day. I do want to host more raves more often. I do want to do these kind of activities, and this is kind of where my route's taking me. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm also I've taken on some new roles. I'm an artist manager, so I do manage Christian Balcazar. He's a house DJ from New York. He's originally from Honduras, and we're working on his growth, and we're really developing him as well. It's one thing. I'm not very good at being a DJ, but I'm really good at one thing, and that's managing people. And I manage people very, very well. And I was surprised with how well I am managing musician, and very grateful for his patience, because I did have to learn a couple more skills and a couple more things, and really think about how we were going to progress his career in a certain way. So that took a little bit of time, and he's very patient. So if you guys aren't already following him, he's on SoundCloud, he's on Spotify, Christian Balcazar. You can go on my bio and you can select it. It's called FH Artist Management. It's a new page that I started where I'm going to be highlighting all of the artists that I am managing, guiding, or mentoring. They will all be there. He's not going to be he's not going to be the last, but he is the first artist that I am managing, and I'm going to continue probably managing a few more. So keep your eyes out, keep your ears out, whatever you call it. I don't even know that phrase. Keep your ears peeled. I will be adding a little bit more talent onto that roster. I'm thinking probably more in the dubstep section. I love dubstep. I love bass in general. Even my house artists, we're moving into tech house, and then we're gonna be focusing on that a little bit. But I also, I told them let's experiment. Let's do a drum and bass set. That's not what I said. Sorry. Let's do a drum and bass track. Let's do a bonus track. I just want to know what you're capable of, and it's gonna be so cool. So let's do that. All right. Moving on. Why did I rebrand? Right. So my name was Frisky Hug. And to some people it still is. My friends are I refuse to call you anything else. After months of, I guess thinking about how I was gonna rebrand, how I was gonna go about it, and what I was gonna change my name to, and all that stuff. I had some talks with some of my friends, and some my peers that I actually look up to, and I take their guidance very seriously. And it's funny, like I mentioned it, I was like, hey, like I've been thinking about like rebranding lately, and this and this, and like, oh my god, like we've been thinking about you rebranding too. So it started this whole conversation about about what I should be doing with my future. And I honestly, I'm very grateful for the Frisky Hug name and what it's brought me. And it started off as a joke, and it was to basically gain engagement and to gain popularity because of how funny it was and how ridiculous it was. And you have to think about it like from my standpoint. I'm a guy, I have to compete with women for spotlight within the EDM community. And I'll be honest, guys don't do very well when it comes to like hot promotions and hot advertisement and beautiful posters and flyers and modeling gigs, and like we don't do that well. So when I wanted like free tickets to music festivals, I had to not I had to be more than just like a pretty face. I had to like actually like be funny, come up with things, do content that was informational. Like I couldn't get away with just like, here's a beautiful picture of me, follow me, buy these tickets. That's not how that works. At least not on my side. And that's one thing that I had to basically prove to a lot of festivals, a lot of companies, a lot of brands, that like, hey guys, I might not be able to offer you a female body, which is it is what it is. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. It's the truth. But I'm like funny and people love me, and I have these like really good engagement, and I can provide other things, and I'm hardworking, and I really like want to be a part of this festival. Like, let me know what I can do. That's what I had to deal with. That's what I had to do. I had to put in that effort. And they had to basically approve that. Now, female influencers had to do the same thing, obviously. But it just I do know that like, a lot of the times when we were doing like photo shoots, like, oh, just the females. And, not saying like we aren't working the same, but like your females are preferred when it comes to like modeling and advertisements and marketing. Who's a brown, short Mexican, from California, it's just not the preferred demographic for most advertising ads. So I had to basically like prove something. I had to prove something for years, and I proved it eventually. And then people started wanting to get me and book me and get me like those gigs, get me those brand deals. So that was just to kind of like give you guys kind of an insight as like why even like Frisky Hug got started in the first place. I did try doing my name. I did try it. I switched my name at one point to like Manny Palacios, just like my name, and it didn't work out. Like people really weren't following me. People weren't engaging with me. I was just like this this random dude trying to like make it, And when I switched my name back to like Frisky Hug, it was like I realized how much Frisky Hug was clicking. Frisky Hug was just doing work for me. And it was funny. People thought it was like weird, and people thought like they were like interested as to like the name, and they just like, wow, this guy's like, he's well known, and he's like got this weird name, and it's like this and this. So like, that's like where it all kind of like, where it all kind of began, and it kind of where it's all ending. Right now, I'm dealing with an issue with how I want to basically present myself for future brand deals. It has nothing to do with the past brand deals. It has nothing to do with the brand deals now. But for future brand deals, I want to be able to market myself in a way where I am appeasing to a bigger demographic and a larger scale and a more neutral audience, not just rave brand audience, right? So that's something I do want to focus on more, because I'm not gonna always be doing rave brand deals. At first, that was like the niche, right? But I am growing, and I am dealing with other brands I never thought I was gonna deal with. First of all, and I'm so grateful that like I even get to be in the presence of some of these brand deals. But like in order for me to get all that exposure with them, I do have to give something up, and that is basically the name and the brand itself. What is Frisky Hug? It does come off a little bit of like, it's giving like, it's giving a little bit like BDSM. It's giving like sex shop. It's giving, Frisky isn't exactly like the right term. It is part of the EDM culture. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a lot of like BDSM people, like, with dog collars and all sorts of stuff at these music festivals. But like, that was also like 10 years ago when I started this, right? So it's like, it's in the past, and it's time to like maybe grow something. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm very grateful for everyone who supported me. And went along with it, and just loved the idea and loved me for everything I was able to provide. And then thankful to everybody who understood everything that I was doing for the community. But I want to be able to provide that exact same, all those exact same ideas, opportunities, and love and support to you guys that I was doing originally. I'm just gonna have like a different name, and I did go with Manifesting. It is a name that I came up with the team. It wasn't just me. It was a couple of us. We were just like brainstorming ideas, and it took not one day. It took days. It took days to actually come up with this. So unfortunately, Manifesting is taken on Instagram. So my Instagram name is Manifesting Life, but I'm basically shortening it. It is the intention was manifesting. And it's 2 words, manifesting, because I want to have a first name, I want to have a last name. Manny is festing. I want to make it like, oh, I'm going to festivals. This is what I do. I be festing. But I also like, manifesting like what you're doing. And, people are going to question, well, why don't you do manifest? Well, manifest is something you are doing at, manifest is something you're going to do. But manifesting is something you're currently doing now, and I'm currently always manifesting. I'm not gonna manifest, because that gives the idea that I'm gonna do something, and just hope for it. No, I'm doing it now. I'm manifesting these things in the current moment, so they're happening now. Everything that I do, they're happening now. I'm not praying for something in 10 years. I'm praying for that thing right now, and it's happening right now. We're doing this shit together. We're doing this shit now. I'm a doer. We're just doing it, right? So that's what it is. And I came up with Manifesting Life. Well, actually, like my friend Pooja did that. She added the life on there, just to kind of like give some neutrality of like, what we're trying to like get there, So here's the idea. Here's like something that's gonna be happening in a little bit, but like I do eventually want to branch out to like food. I know it's weird, like I don't like eat that much, but I do love like tacos and margaritas and drinks and this and that. So I am gonna be doing another channel as well. It's gonna be like a food channel on Instagram, and I want to do like I might even make another YouTube channel with like the mukbangs and bring those back up, because man, I've loved eating. I forgot how much I love eating like on camera and just talking this shit. This is like therapy for me. Most people find like their friends to talk to. I find a cell phone, a GoPro, or a camera. That's what I do. You guys can't see like my setup. I'm literally got like my cell phone in front of like a cranberry juice box, and this is what we're doing. I just need to make sure I got this video out. That's where like really where I'm at. But the bottom line, there are bigger brands that I want to work with, and changing the name is going to help me achieve bigger goals. Unfortunately, not everybody wants to work with a Frisky Hug. But everybody does want to work with a Manny. That's my name. And there's nothing wrong with manifesting life and manifesting opportunities and manifesting a better future. Guys, my name is Manny. Manifesting. And on Instagram, I go by Manifesting Life. This has been the Festy Hub podcast. Make sure you follow me on Spotify. I might still have this on SoundCloud. I'm not really sure, but you guys can go on the bio, check this out. Just bottom line, Apple Music, Spotify, those are my 2 big ones. And then I'll start releasing some stuff back on YouTube again. And I'll start releasing back on the Instagram shortly. This has been a great session. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. There's tons of love here, and I can't wait to express that. And I'll catch y'all at the next one. Bye, guys.